Good morning and a very warm welcome to Bulgaria. I would like to extend my really warmest regards for being here. It's a great pleasure that we are doing this joint Bulgarian-Romanian cluster event. And I appreciate all who are watching us online at the moment, but as well all who you are currently here, because this is a big success and we really show what clusters stand for, and especially to provide a platform for a collaboration and for communication and creating opportunities. So I hope we will discuss during the next day and two about what we've done, what we can do and continue working and doing together. So this is in the theme of the bioeconomy as driver for green and sustainable and inclusive growth. We will demonstrate that clusters and their role as key players, not only in this sector, but as many other sectors. So I would like to give the opportunity for the opening remarks of Mr. Lubomir Stanislavov, who is the CEO of the automotive cluster, but as well is the Executive Director of Bright.
Thank you. Good morning from my side. I'm also really happy to see for a very long time also a live event, not only on the internet. I think a lot of things has changed during the last 6 months. This is also valid for our organization, Bright. Bright was re-established on the basis of the Association of the Business Clusters in Bulgaria, which has more than 10 years of history. And we re-established this new organization, reinvented the organization in the middle of February, just like 2 or 3 weeks before the COVID-19 has started. And probably it's not, I shouldn't say it, but I think we are very close to making a small revolution at the moment in Bulgaria, because now Bright is continuing to represent all of the clusters in Bulgaria to do the job it's done before. But on top of that, Bright is at the final days. Actually, this is the last week of a procedure to be to present the document as a new employers organization in Bulgaria. And I think this is a very important step for all of us because after this procedure is finished, we will have the opportunity to discuss directly with the government and to influence the politics, especially in the field of the clusters and the European programs. And this was kind of a dream that we had for the last 2 years to be more influential and our voice, the voice of the cluster, to be heard better, because we think that jointly in Bright currently we have 28 different clusters and different organizations in many different fields, many different industries. And because of that, we think that we know what should be done in the different industries. So once again, I want to wish a very successful event. Thank you for the whole organization. And who it's interesting from our approach, who I believe it's completely different from the approach of different countries. I can explain more during the coffee breaks and so on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Without the collaboration between the partners that form the organizing alliance, this initiative would have been possible. And I really want to thank Daniel from Clustero, from the Romanian Cluster Association, about the efforts and really taking this initiative and making it live. Daniel, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Also from my side and from the Romanian cluster side, we would like to welcome you to this joint Romanian-Bulgarian cluster event, but which is an international event. The collaboration between Romania and Bulgaria, between clusters of Romania and Bulgaria started, I think, more than 10 years ago. And why did that happen? Because both countries, just exceeding the European Union, facing the same problems, saw the clusters as a way of improving the competitiveness of the small and medium enterprises. And the collaboration went on and went on in different projects, in different common trainings, different approaches, different events. And we are very proud to say that the idea of an European cluster alliance was born out of this collaboration between Romania and Bulgaria. And we remember Sofia 2018 with the occasion of the TCI Europe conference, when we discussed also with the other partners and this idea of getting a European cluster association alliance done was raised. Then it continued, and last year in Bucharest in 2019, with the occasion of the European Cluster Conference, the first official document of the association was signed. Now, so 10 years ago, we were at the beginning, but now we can say that the Romanian and Bulgarian clusters are full members of the European cluster family, and are bringing a very valuable input to the European cluster landscape. At European level, clusters are pillars of the 14 industrial ecosystems, which will bring our economy forward, the European economy forward, based a green, a resilient, and a digital economy. And of course, these three topics are interlinked. Yeah, we cannot differentiate, but still we have chosen to focus on this 1.5 day conference, let's say, on the green side of the approach. And this is why we have chosen the topic of bioeconomy, which is so relevant. And we invite you to take part in the event, where you will see different approaches coming from Horizon 2020 projects to the overall European approach, and to approaches in other interregional cooperation projects. I wish us all a very successful event, and thank you very much to Teodora, to Zveti, to Lubomir, to Daniela, to Antonio, to Ula Engelman from the European Commission, to the Romanian and Bulgarian clusters which are here present. I think this is a very good prerequisite for a very successful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. It's really challenging, not only because of the event, in order to bring people together again, which is, I believe, is extremely important for making connections. Because yes, we have been live for every single day, and we've been communicating. All of us, we tried so many new platforms. Even today, I'm sure we will have some technical challenges as well, because we are connecting one platform to another platform, because we have subscribers from Zoom to GoToMeeting. But I'm sure that the main point, that we are together to discuss what we can do, where we want to go. This is the biggest value. So we have to really explore it and really make the plans together. I also would like to welcome online Peter Cantiani, from our other partner, from the consortium leader of CELI BIOECONOMY project. Peter, are you with us live? Peter? Okay, then I will, by the time we are trying to connect Peter, I would like to welcome Holger Gerdes from the Ecologic Institute, manager of B-Rural project, to say the opening words from his side, as he's among the partners as well for organizing the event. Holger?
Yes, good morning. I'm here. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we hear you. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. And I give you back the host when I'm done. No problem. So, good morning from Berlin. And thanks for having me, Theodora and colleagues. Yeah, I'm based in Berlin at Ecologic Institute. I'm the coordinator of the B-Rural project. And well, we as a project are having quite an active role in today's conference. My colleague Zorica Kirizieva will deliver an input to the session at 10:30. That's organized by the European Cluster Alliance and DG Grow. And later on in the afternoon at 2:30, we will organize a workshop, which is actually then moderated by Daniel Kosnita, where we would like to discuss with all participants opportunities and challenges of regional strategy development. And on that background, I would like to give you a little insight about what we are doing in the project and how that is relevant for you guys, mainly coming from clusters. So Be Rural is a 3-year project, a so-called coordination and support action. And as a project, we are supporting stakeholders in 5 different countries across Europe, stakeholders at regional level in the development of bioeconomy strategies and roadmaps. And we are active in Romania and Bulgaria in 2 regions. That's why we are here today. But we are also active in North Macedonia as an EU accession country, and then also in Latvia and Poland in selected regions. And yeah, we are supporting stakeholders in the participatory development of strategies and roadmaps that cover different types of biomass streams and that actually have to take into account different regional contexts, meaning socio-economic contexts, but also cultural contexts. So it's pretty diverse what we are doing. Nevertheless, we are of course trying to apply a common approach, but we also try to learn from each other, from the challenges we are facing in the different regions when it's about bringing stakeholders together and working together effectively. And focusing on Romania and Bulgaria, just very briefly to show you the different aspects that we are covering here. In Covasna in Romania, we are focusing on underused biomass coming from agriculture and forest ecosystems, plant matter and wood waste as biomass sources, and trying to investigate innovative business models that can make use of these underused biomass sources. And we are also investigating how these business models can then help to cope with societal challenges that we are facing in that specific region. In Stara Zagora in Bulgaria, on the other side, we are focusing on something completely different, on essential oils and herbal plants. And again, we are trying to bring stakeholders together and to establish new connections among companies and making the whole process of business model development, of value chain development more effective and efficient. So that's as far as the business models are concerned, but we are taking a more broad approach. It's not only about business models, it's about a strategy, as I said, in which those business models should be embedded. And when we're talking about bioeconomy in the project, we are considering it as a societal transformation, basically, from one economic system to another. And in our view, it's not sufficient to only involve a certain set of business actors, but we want to involve as many people as possible in the region. So we are organizing a whole number of different participatory activities in the regions for stakeholders, but then also cross-regional events and European events. So I also invite all of you, even if you're not from the 2 regions, to visit the website, see what we are doing, and hopefully you'll find interest in some of our events like the one this afternoon, and simply join us and provide us with your ideas. That's it from my side so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And I know that in the afternoon there is more opportunities for getting details about the project. And I'm sure that this is going to be a good example of how we can continue working together. So from Berlin, going back to Bulgaria, and I would like also to give the chance to Daniela Chonkova to start to open for the opening remarks, as the Enterprise European Network is among the partners of the event as well.
Thank you, Teodora. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of the Enterprise Europe Network Bulgaria. For those of you who have not yet had any interaction with that, I would just say a couple of words. It's the biggest, it's an initiative of the European Commission, a network that is targeting the enterprises, small and medium-sized enterprises, to go international and to innovate. And it is actually the largest network in the world, even though initiated only by the European Commission, the largest network in support of SMEs. Very happy to have here also our colleagues from Romania. In these challenging times of the COVID crisis, it's really important to have the clusters restored, to have all this lockdown that led to complete distortion of the supply chain along the supplies along the value chain. I think in this situation, it is fully important to have the clusters very active and not only recover the supply chains, but also to enhance and support new supply chains in this changing environment. A brief announcement that I would like to make for the Bulgarian participants. It's an opportunity for them to get an international good exposure. It's an initiative that is organized by our organization, Applied Research and Communications Fund. An annual contest for Innovative Enterprise of the Year. That is held, the award ceremony is held at the end of each year. So now in December, we will have the award ceremony under the auspices of the President of the Republic of Bulgaria. And we would like to enhance all innovative enterprises that are members of the clusters to apply to the contest. It is now open, and the application is open until October the 21st, after which we'll have a very detailed, very exhaustive evaluation procedure. And the National Forum, besides the award procedure, will also feature the key conclusions and policy recommendations from the analysis called innovation.bg, which is the annual assessment of the innovation performance of the Bulgarian economy. It is also issued in English, and I would also be happy for the Romanian colleagues to get acquainted with that. And also in the future, if you wish, we could sit together and share some experience on that, and are happy to share this all with Romania. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniela. So it was really a good example of a collaboration in order bringing different organizations together for a very limited time to make this opportunity live, being now here. So I really would like to extend I really thank you on behalf of the participants and people live, because who are watching us online, because this is extremely important to have a chance to share and to see what else we can do.